What's up, y'all? How's it going? BenDeen here. Today is going to be a quick video. I'm going to be trying out Shake Shack's Bulgogi, aka Bulgogi menu. This was supposed to be a limited release in the summer. It was only supposed to be out for 1 month, but it stuck around and apparently it's a hit. I've never tried it, but I've always been wondering about it. And we got it right here. There's only 2 menu items. There's a burg and there's a dog. When they announced this, I remember they actually kind of called out the competition. If you ever come to Korea and go to like a McDonald's or a Burger King or whatever, you're always going to see some version of a bulgogi burger. But they said, that ain't real bulgogi, and it's not. It's very true. So Shake Shack, what they did was they put actual bulgogi onto a burger and onto a hot dog. And right off the bat, very interesting smells wafting through the air. I feel like this might be one of those things that I either love or hate, or anywhere in between actually. But here's the burg, obviously. Here's the dog. Let me show you a close-up of what we're working with. Nice presentation as always. I'm noticing some things that I did not realize were on this right off the bat. Standard bun, I believe, and under the hood we have some, some leafy greens, and we have like kind of a pickled little slaw. I think there's like pickled radish, pickled, looks like chives and carrots. And we have Gouda cheese, I believe. There is also some what they call bulgogi mayo. And this might be a little bit hard to show, but there is a patty underneath, and there's also just like bulgogi meat. And you can see black and white sesame seeds on that, hopefully. And then here is the actual patty with more sauce on the bottom. So it's a burger, like a regular burger, but with also some bulgogi meat on it. And then here's the hot dog. I don't think this has everything that the burger has, but it's pretty similar. This doesn't have the cheese or the sauce, I don't think. But yeah, it does have the sauce, my bad. It's kind of hard to see, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's everything without the cheese. This cost me 17 bones. Let's get into it. Let me just start off with this burger. Going in. Love it. I was a little bit hesitant. I was a little bit scared that they were going to make it too, I don't know, Koreanized and make the Korean flavors too strong. Perfect balance. Oh my god. I ain't just saying it. Like, sometimes Shake Shack comes out with bogus releases and I'll call them out for it. But this is harmony. Perfect balance. And the layers of flavor, the depth. It's not just on the first bite. Sometimes it takes until the second or third bite to really kind of taste those flavors, which was unexpected because of the smell. I was smelling some of the pickled veg, some of that stuff, but I thought that was going to be the prevailing flavor and it was going to take over, but it's not. It's just working in harmony, and it takes a few bites to really kind of get that flavor, and it melts perfectly. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Sorry, this hot dog. I can see why this stuck on the menu for so long. Let me just tell you what. This is just some mighty fine food, y'all. Mighty fine. I wouldn't mind if they threw some cheese on this hot dog as well, but it is what it is. The sesame seeds, okay, pure presentation. I can't lie. I'm not really detecting those too much. You can really kind of detect more of the kind of sour pickleness of the vegetables and the chives and everything on the hot dog a little bit more for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's because of the patty. I think it's just a regular patty, but it brings a lot of flavor in that burger patty. Where hot dog's kind of just a hot dog, you know what I mean? Or maybe they put more pickled veg on this one. I don't know. The sauce, I'll be honest with you, there's so many flavors going on. I'm not really detecting exactly what kind of bulgogi mayo sauce they're talking about. I mean, it might as well just be some mayo. For all I know, for all I care, I don't even care. I don't give one rat's ass. All I know, this is mighty fine, and it just feels so nice. Like it feels like someone crafted this. I mean, look at the radish. What a You got some cacarottes on there. And by the way, I had a phone call with my mom today, and she was like, "You should eat something healthy." Typical mom. Shout out, mom. The funny thing is, I was like, "What do you mean something healthy?" She's like, "I don't know, eat some carrots." Like, no one's gonna watch that. That's crazy. But it turns out it manifested somehow, and there are carrots on this. I was actually gonna do a different video, but it was closed today. The texture, the flavors, oh man. Here's what I'll say. I risked it today. Well, before I came out for the stew, I changed my shirt to this No One shirt. This is one of the most fire merch drops ever from a restaurant. Shout out No One in the East Village, NYC. It's kind of like a Korean American fusion. They have a fire burger. They got a fire merch. And actually, when I was there, someone said they saw me in line. They commented. So shout out to you as well. But like Korean American fusion, like if you go to certain places where there's a Korean population, or they have a good food scene, Korean American fusion can be fire. Just like this. I remember when I went to K-Town in LA one time, and it was a fugazi of a night, to put it lightly. Let me just tell you, to not put it lightly, I would have to drop some words that I don't usually drop. It was effed up, man. It was an effed up night. But I remember we had this like bulgogi cheesesteak that was fire, and yeah, Korean American fusion like this. We're combining like a typical classical American food, but adding the Korean twist can just work so well. And I realized I haven't even talked about the bulgogi. Which is insane that just slipped my mind. Because that's the whole point of this video. Alright, I gotta be honest. Maybe it slipped my mind for a reason. I'm not really detecting much of the bulgogi flavor on its own. Let me just... You can definitely feel it and kind of detect it when you're eating it. You can taste it, but not very distinctively, if that makes any sense. It changes the overall flavor profile, but you can't really pick up on the, oh wow, there's a straight up bulgogi on this. Flavor-wise. Texture-wise, oh, it's definitely nice. Good addition, and surprisingly, I thought this was going to be a mess, an absolute mess, but it's absolutely not. So that's about it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Peace.